Hi everyone. So long. The last of our episode was half a year ago. We are continuing our series of parents and kids making art. Today we are at Botanical Garden of Bucharest. We will exploring oil painting. Let's go in and try. So this year I decided to use all my painting supplies that I have in my house. So I found this dried palette. So let's put the colors. Cadmium red medium. We'll put a bit of color so we can use them later. Can you move a bit like this? So that was cadmium red. This is English red. It's a bit darker red. Then we have this sap green. We have a lot of greens around. It's perfect landscape to paint today. So today I'm going to teach my daughter how to use oil paints and also to remind myself how to paint with them, because it's been a long time since I painted with them. This is ultramarine, very light. So we don't need a lot of colors because they are very saturated. Another one, Naples yellow. I like this one. Is pastel-like, very nice yellow. Then yellow ochre, very good for urban painting. A bit of yellow ochre. Another one, this is cadmium yellow. It should be mixed with something because we don't need such powerful color in here. Another one, this is phthalo cyan blue. Another blue, maybe the sky will be done with this. And the last one, big white. We need a lot of white color. So let's put a bit of, not so many, but this is our today's palette. So for oil painting we need a medium, like a solvent or something to dilute our color. This is turpentine. Since we are painting alla prima or plein air, we will use only turpentine because it dries very fast. Let's put a bit of turpentine in here, just a bit, because if it will be very messy, we will replace this. Here we have a host of brushes, dried brushes, very old. Let's use them today, and some palette knives. So let's dive in. First thing, we are soaking our old brushes in this turpentine and trying to soak the whole surface of the canvas, so the canvas will not have so it will have less friction when you use the color. So when you're using a turpentine or these kind of solvents, it's recommended to paint outdoors, like we are doing now, because it has a very strong smell. Even if you paint inside, you need to ventilate very well your room, to open the windows and to ventilate, because it has a very strong smell. Now we will cover the whole surface with a tone of light blue, so mixing white with this ultramarine, light ultramarine, and making this very light blue to cover the whole surface of the canvas. You don't need a lot of color, it's more white and less color because it's very powerful. And we will cover with this cover the whole surface of our canvases to make this ground color. We can use the side of the brush so that the paint will enter in the grain of the canvas in all directions, like this, or brushing the whole surface. We need to cover everything to not have any white spot. When cleaning our brushes, we are using turpentine and a rag, just cleaning them like this. So the surface of the canvas is prepared. I'll be using this ultramarine, a bit diluted and a bit desaturated. And with this small brush, I will make underdrawing. It's not an issue if I don't get it from the first try. I'm just trying to figure out what I will be painting. I think I will include some of the lake. Here will be the lake. Some big trees like here. I need to include the big shapes. So at first stage we need to figure out what will be our main shapes. I will include a bit of that greenhouse, that glass greenhouse that can be seen. There are very old greenhouses in the Botanical Garden. They have more than 100 years. So basically I'm drawing with the brush, so we can draw, not only paint with the brush, and we are doing the main shapes of the trees. We have a lot of trees, a lot of bushes. Now the underdrawing being done, let's mix a bit of green using this yellow cadmium with a previous mixture of ultramarine. As you can see, we can make a very beautiful green. If we put more yellow, we will have a very light green. Let's put a bit of white to make it lighter. So basically this mixture of green we will use for the trees where we have this light green. So using the brush in different directions to make different brush strokes. We will use for that tree, as you can see in the distance, to make the foliage or the leaves of the trees. If you mix a lot with the white, it will have this light color. You can use more of this and to make leaves like this, foliage. So to be more efficient, we are using the same kind of green So we are looking into the landscape and noticing which trees has the same kind of green, of this light green, and trying to cover all the surfaces. Even the grass will be this kind of light green, and working from the outside or the farther away to our nearest part. So the farthest trees will be painted first, then what is closer to us will be painted at the end. Since we have this sap green already, let's mix a bit darker green, mixing with a bit of white, so we can mix a lot of greens just using our imagination and trying all the colors that we have, putting a bit more of this blue and again a bit of yellow, and so a lot of greens. So using this or this Nepal yellow. So let's try these greens, because we have a lot of greens in our view. Let's do a bit more trees. Today being a sunny day, we have a lot of contrast and a play of light and dark. So let's use this in our advantage and use the dark colors to make the shades of the trees. So where the light doesn't get through, we will represent these dark areas of the trees. We can mix this sap green with a bit of blue to make it even more darker. So we've noticed a red tree in there. Let's use this English red to make, but we need to put a bit more turpentine. This here we have a nice contrast between red and green. They are complementary colors, and this is very nice addition to our painting. Now let's do in the foreground the grass with this very light green. Let's cover this with this. I would suggest vertical strokes like this, like the direction of growing the grass. So making this vertical strokes. And covering the whole surface. The surface is still wet, so we might mix with the previous layer of the oils. This is the specific of oils. It dries quite slowly, but sometimes it's in our advantage or not. We need to explore and to see what is we are looking for oil paints. So far it's very satisfying to paint with oils. I remembered how satisfying it is. Now let's mix a gray from this blue, a bit of cadmium red, and a lot of white. It is a purplish color, but let's put more white. I think a bit more of red, like this. It's very nice to mix this color. So we made this gray, and we'll use for the greenhouses, which have a grayish but they might reflect the color of the sky. So let's use this grayish color to make the greenhouses, especially that one rounded on the right side. This on the left side, it's a green color because inside there are plants, but let's make it gray to make a contrast, because we have a lot of greens, and let's make it different. We can imagine some things just to fit our design, what we are painting in here. Making the edges a bit definite to make this kind of skyline. Now I mixed a bit of yellow ochre with white and made this natural color to make for this edge of the lake. Like a shore, to make this to differentiate the lake, and we take a bit of this English red and make a shadow, like here. We make a bit of shadow. Let's make the reflections in the water. We have trees that are reflecting and making like these waves in the water, not covering everything, but just making these lines. The sky being reflected like this, not with the edge, with this, like this, making water. The sky being reflected, we will leave the blue, the light blue in the surface of the lake. We need to vary the lines. Some are thicker, some are thinner. So just rotating the brush, we're creating different kind of reflections. Now let's introduce our palette knife to make some adjustments. So we can scrape to make some branches like this. Very easy. So we are just pulling off the color and making branches of the trees. Another use, we can scrape off some of the, make thicker branches. We even make some highlights to make the green blades like this, or we can create some highlights. Here already is dried. We can just a moment. We can make this greenhouse more believable, like this. We can make, just a moment, let me show you and I'll give you. We can create like this the structure of the greenhouse. So we have like a grid in here. It's very easy to make, just with the tip of the, we are holding like this the palette knife and doing like this. Can you try to see? You can hold like this, hold it like this. Hold like this and try to scrape off. Your paint already is dried, so it's a bit difficult when it dries, but you can make like this, or let me show you. You can press harder to make with the tip of the palette knife we can do the grass blades. Some of them are vertical straight, some of them are curvilinear like this. So palette knife is very versatile. You can try. I will mix a very dark color with this blue and a bit of red English, this purplish color, and we'll add some more contrast in the shades to make the light color to pop even more. So I'm adding basically more contrast. Some shade. Adding some variation to the windows of the greenhouse with different dark colors. So I squeezed a fresh white here to make a few little clouds, because today we have some puffy clouds, and I will use the knife just dabbing just a bit of white like this, and making some little clouds like here, not too much, like this, just and spreading with the knife. You can try just a bit, not too much, and you can try to make a few clouds. So we are using the technique of fat over thin, meaning that the fat color or undiluted with turpentine we'll be using it's very nice. We'll be using at the end of the painting.
Is good?
Yeah, very good. Also, we can use the edge of the knife to do some reflections in the water, like this. So using the edge of the knife, like just a moment, we can do some dashes of light in the water. You can try.
Good?
Very good, very nice. With a bit of this brownish, I'm doing, and with a thin brush, some variation in the branches. Where I scraped it off, I'm adding a bit of shade and a bit of variation of lines.
It's okay?
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, you can use the knife to do the foliage as well. Since we have a few ducks in here, let me try to paint a few ducks on the lake. I don't know if I'll manage, but just the outline, maybe. There are ducks with their babies, ducklets.
It's okay?
You made a colorful duck, yeah, it's okay. Now with a mixture of brown, let me put this branch in foreground. It is very thin, meaning I put a lot of turpentine, and starting from thick to thin, just and trying to replicate the shape of some branches like this. So I'm holding the brush with the tips of my fingers to not press too hard, and to make just a moment, I'll give you to try to make some branches like this.
I can.
Yeah, you can try. Let me soak for you. You can try to do. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, thank you. You can do for your painting as well.
Okay.
Like this, very nice. Don't press too hard. Just a
Okay.
bit, just a bit. Let me add a few leaves to these branches, just pressing like this. So we are making these abstract shapes of leaves. Let me, where I put the color?
This.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah. So pressing like this, we are making
nine.
a few. Yeah, thank you. So let me
Pink.
just a bit of uh, like this. You can try by yourself. You want a pink? Why?
Yes.
Let me
Flowers.
for flowers. Yeah, let's make a bit of pink, red, and white, and we have a very nice pink. Yeah, you can use by yourself, like this.
Eu chipurile, ai uitat să mă amintit. Te rog, ascultă-mă, eu fac pentru viața ta și nu te fac pentru viața ta.
So this is our final result of what we've painted. Myself with my daughter. It was very satisfying. It was very nice experience to play with oil colors. Thank you for watching. Bye.